welcome back to my sewing room. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to make this dish towel that hangs on your oven door so when you dry your hands it doesn't fall on the floor. Isn't it cute? I love this one. Bless this kitchen. So let's get started. Okay, to get started you'll need one dish towel, one hot pad, some chalk, and some pins. Okay, you'll take the dish towel and find the right side. I like to put this tag in the back. So you want to fold it in half. Fold it in half. And since this is the back, and the back's going to be about an inch, inch and a half shorter than the front, so that when you're sewing, in the past I would do it strictly in the middle, and then if the back gets longer than the front, it looks really bad. So I always start off with the back a little shorter than the front. So, and then I bring it around to the front like this. Then I take my chalk, and I'm going to mark right there, like that. And mark the other side with a little bit of chalk like that, right on the edges, and this is the front. Then I'm going to take the hot pad and I'm going to use the back so it's a plain black against this. And the loop is in the back and this is in the front. I'm going to fold it as if this is how it's going to be when I sew it on. And so I'm going to take and I'm going to put a little mark of the chalk right there and the chalk right there. And this, the loop is in the back and this is where the button's going to go. So I marked that. And then I'm going to lay it here like this and I'm going to flip it like that. Let me show you that again. Let me show you that again. Okay, this, my markings are here. And this is how it's going to be when I sew it. This is the front and this is the front where I put the button and this is the loop. Like this. So I'm going to fold it and I mark this with chalk and I'm going to lay it like this and I'm going to take this and just go like this and flip it. So that's how I know how I want to sew it. And then I'm going to take this little chalk line, I'm going to fold over the towel like this and match this up with this. Just on the inside of the hot pad, just a little bit, and I'm going to pin it like that. Then I'm going to come over here and take this side, fold the towel over a little bit, match it up with that marking, and then I'm just going to make little pleats. I'm just going to take and make about this, the width of my thumb, and go like that and just pin it all the way across, starting at this chalk line and going to this chalk line. So I'm just going to do a little pleat. So I'm just pinching and tucking under and folding this over. And I fold it toward myself so that when I do with the sewing machine, it's going to be easy. I'm not going to be fighting against these little lumps. I'm going to go this way so it's nice and smooth. And I just kind of space them evenly. See, evens out like that. And the last one. Now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew a straight line from here to this blue chalk line to this blue chalk line. Okay, let's head over to the sewing machine. Okay, we're at the sewing machine now, And I've threaded my machine with black thread because I like to match whatever color the pot holder is. And I'm going to just start right here and remove my needle and do a fixed stitch. Lock in my stitches at the beginning. Move the needles and I just kind of hold these flat as I sew. And just hold these flat and sew, and I aim toward this other chalk mark so that it's straight. Do a lock stitch. And you can do a back stitch if you like. There, all done. Clip your threads. Okay, we finished sewing. Oh, I gotta clip this little thread. Now we flip it around. Now this is the front, and see the back is just a little bit shorter because if the back was showing it would look tacky. So it looks better just to have it like that. That's why I shortened that a little bit. And then this is the loop here in the back. And now we're going to put a button. Just sew on a button right there. I like using the silver buttons. It's kind of like jewelry. So I'll get a needle and thread and I'll show you how I sew on the buttons. Okay, thread your needle with black thread, and then you take and you wrap this around twice, and then you twirl it, and then bring it down, and that creates a knot. I like to take the loop and bring it down so I know it'll be right, and put the chalk right in the center of the loop, and that's where I need to put my button. So I'm going to put this, come from the back and find that. So I'm coming in here from the back up through that chalk mark right there. Now this is a shank button, but you could use any button you like. I just really like these silver ones. They're kind of like jewelry and they look so pretty. And then I'm just gonna come back through. Come back and just come up and go through the shank of the button. Like that, and then come back down, and then come back up right there, go through the shank, go back down through the fabric, done that about 3 or 4 times, and now I'm going to come up next to the shank, and I like to go around the button like this and come up through this loop, and it gives it like a little knot there. And I do that about 3 times. I take this, go around it, come up through the loop. It's basically like tying a knot. That's 2, 3, I like to do 4, 3 or 4 to make sure it's on there good and tight. Then I go back through the shank, and back to the back side. And then I like to come in right next to, and I make sure it's not coming through to the front, and come up right next to where the thread is coming out, like that. Then I take the thread that's coming out of the hot pad, not the one in the needle, the one coming out of the hot pad. Can you see that? And I'm going to wrap it around the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pull, and then it automatically knots it off for you and ties it. And I usually I go in, make sure it's not coming to the front, and just do a little tack, and then I come in right next to where the thread's coming out again and do another wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a knot. Then I just do one more little, making sure it's not coming through to the front. Nope. And then clip it off. We're done. And now you have a quick and easy little gift. Just put this around your oven door, and when you dry your hands, it doesn't fall on the floor. And I love what this says, "Bless this kitchen." It's so pretty. I just love the button. Okay, we're all done. Isn't that quick and easy to make? This was my best seller at the craft show, and also it makes wonderful gifts for Christmas, birthdays, whenever, a housewarming gift, and a hostess gift. And they're quite easy to make and inexpensive. So, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like this type of video, please hit the subscribe button and like and comment and hit the notification bell. And that way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Y'all have a so blessed day. Bye for now.